do believe that we have changed from in the Gregorian, we've accepted this number 12 vibration, but we used to be on 10. Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome back. Any returning subscribers, your love frequency is welcome here. This is Electra Ladyland looking at the Platonic solid energies. So I've done the fire and earth, and I consulted my sacred geometry healing cards for a little bit of guidance, and the Octahedron has come out. So the Octahedron is the epitome of balance. It does actually represent the air element, but it's got masculine and feminine energy, so it is a very balanced geometric form. It's also got these the number 6 incorporated in it as well, which is about harmony. So the air sign is very harmonious because it doesn't have the weight of gravity to pull it down. So it's very similar to the water sign, but water has volume and volume has weight, and weight is affected by gravity, whereas the sign is, in its true essence, a free spirit. It's got nothing to pull it down. So I'm going to do this signature today, Octahedron. So it's got 4 faces on the top, moving up, masculinity, and 4 faces on the bottom, moving down, femininity, pulling against each other. So in the middle here, we have net zero. So that's just in case you affiliate with air signs. It is a very balanced signature. So I got out my Denise Lynn deck, and I was very surprised. These are just a couple of supplementaries that came out. I was very surprised to see what came out, and I'm just going to give them a reshuffle. I'm just going to move my table for a bit. Alright, there's a bit of noise in the background because it appears my neighbour's got a earth moving piece of equipment. I'm just going to pull a few out as just a protagonist, the main theme, I should say, the main theme. But there is something about these cards which I'm not telling you. Shall I take them? Yeah. So there's something about these cards which I haven't told you yet, but there is something hilarious about these cards. So normally I get the current energy is my first card, stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure. That's no uncertain terms. Stepping into a powerful position, or you have the strength to take control. And then I've got 2. Normally they come out in the next position is the subconscious emotional. 2 have come out. I don't normally take 2, but I will on this occasion. I'll tell you why in a minute. So I've got wandering path and fellow travelers. Enjoy the journey, support is all around you. Nice. This is like a moving energy in the emotional. So wandering path, things could be changing a little bit. I'm getting a real nemnoscate flow from this. I mean, it's air, what do you expect? I mean, it never stops moving. And fellow travelers. And there's a rainbow, a peacock. I'll look up the peacock. So I've got 2 animal totems come through. So I'll just pop them there, and I'll just show you why I was like amazed when I pulled out 6 cards. Okay. Choosing your path. Alright, so you're starting to see a theme here. So in emotional, I've got wandering path, and in cerebral, I've got choosing path. Alright, travelers, stepping. Do you see? It's all about movement. It's all about traveling, opening horizons, about journey. So I've got here journey, wandering path, fellow travelers, stepping, and choosing your path. All right, so the last 2 that would come out in stabilizing positions is number 5 and number 6. That's the stabilizing. That's like your anchor in the reading is position 4, 5, and 6. But 2 came out, so we're going to just do a 5, number 4, and number 5. 4 is stability. 4 is this one, the square, stabilization, grounding. This was a supplementary that came out. grounding and safety. So that's the 3 triangles. Triangle is building blocks. It's building blocks. So that's masculine, feminine, and ether. Very balanced. That's a solfeggio. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Solfeggio frequency 174 hertz. My body is safe. All right. So some self-acceptance here in, and also we've got the Fibonacci, which is the spiral. Also, this is very interesting. So they've taken this square, multiple square, 1, 2, 3, 4 stability, and they've actually created this 24 figuration Fibonacci sequence, which goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21. That's another video. All right, so the reason why I just made this into a little fun game is that I look at the stabilizing cards: journey and vast vistas. All right, so we've got here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards about traveling, and then it just says stepping movement. You are strong beyond measure. Journey by moonlight. All right, so a little bit of an essence here of expanding horizons. If a new path is revealed, why not take it? You know, why not take it? I'm just going to get out of protagonist. I can't work with 6 cards that pretty much represent the same thing. Expand your horizons. I mean, that's easier said than done, but I mean, if you've got something that you've always wanted to do. So this is for the air signs. So the air signs are houses Libra, Aquarius, anyway, I always forget. Think of it in a minute. Journey by moonlight. Right, so this is a whole heap of sort of it's like the Pied Piper. It's like, to me, there's a whole nother world that we're not seeing that sort of is revealed to us in a softer, more feminine light. The lunation is, this energy is feminine because it absorbs the sun and it reflects it down to us. So it's actually a reflective. So we've got all sorts of creatures in there. Gnomes and fairies. Do they exist? Some people say they do. Some people say they do. Alright, so I'm just going to look up the peacock in this one. And look, we've got a Moses kind of figure there. Not saying, you know, follow thy leader, but just, there are some people out there that just don't have any belongings. They're just living on their own wits. Amazing. And then we've got the fox, which they say, you know, cunning as a fox. They've been turned into a measurement. Geo is earth, metry is measurement. A way to measure the earth's energy field. Earth, air, fire, water, and ether in elemental geometric forms. And I am looking at each geometric forms in correlation to the astrological houses, because people generally use astrology as a way of gauging energy, but I am using the elemental groups, which is, today is air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. That's it. Alright, so I've got 2 indicators of an animal, plus also a fairy, 2 ethereal, the gnome and the fairy, and the Pied Piper, who played music and had a procession of animals behind them because the music was so alluring. It used to be quiet here once upon a time, and then now it's not anymore. So I've gone straight to the coyote and just open the page, and there it is. So that is looking like a bit of a coyote. I don't know why they can't lube these machines so they don't make so much noise. That is a bit of a coyote. So lighten up, you're taking things way too seriously. The resources you need are available. Something quite unexpected and not necessarily welcome is about to happen. Rather than fighting or running from this situation, it will work out better if you just adjust to it. Don't react, just work out how you're going to encompass it with a minimal amount of energy exertion, right? Forgive yourself for any mistakes or errors and look for the gifts that have come out of the experience. Beautiful. Alright, so also I'm going to have a look at the peacock because it's here on the cards. Don't need to go looking for it, it's right in my face. So you are about to experience a vision that will greatly affect your life and the direction you're going in. More than a time to take action. This is a time to be watchful, observing what goes on inside and around you. You're safe and very well protected. So there's no need to worry. Look how beautiful the peacock's feathers are. I mean, how astonishing is the peacock? And that's the male. Alright, the female do not have this array. It's the male attracts the female. But there's some essence here of showing all your colours and then drifting off into the desert with the Rain Man. You know, it's like, it's pretty cool. I kind of wouldn't mind signing up for that. Air sign, so there's always potential for something totally groovy to happen in your life. There's a slight warning here, but it's saying, don't worry, you're safe and well protected. It's important now to take a risk and speak your truth rather than holding back. Alright, so this is a sort of no bullshitometer. Okay, so if you're being confronted by multiple opinions, say what's true to you. Do not feel that you have to converge with other people. That is not your job. So if someone's talking bullshit, then it's saying here, just say you don't subscribe to that point of view. And stand firm about that. Just say, no, that's not what I do. I don't dig that. I don't sign up for that. That's not my thing. That's just not me. Or if they're just being too aggressive, just walk away and say, yeah, I'm not going to spend any more time listening to something that doesn't chime with my energy aura, you know, my energy field. Your dignity and integrity are particularly called for right now, so make a point to walk your talk and hold your head up high. And also here, sort of display the true plethora of your talents. Don't play small. Show everyone. Let people know who you really are. You don't have to chime in. There's always room for change. There's always room for improvement. You know, this is the way we've always done it. You may have been always doing it the hard way. So why would we double handle something? Let's just do it differently. No, this is the way we've always done it. Okay, out with that mentality. Out, out, out. Alright, so let's just try and balance this octahedron. So everything can be measured. And I measure with very, very old mode of learning called sacred geometry. And it was invented by, when I say invented, it's actually mathematically based. Geometry is mathematics. But it was applied to the physical universe because it made such perfect sense. And when they built the first institutions of learning in Athens, around the time of Socrates, he was a mathematician, or polymath. So he had multiple areas of study. Like Leonardo da Vinci was an architect and a painter and an artist and an inventor and a mathematician. I mean, these people were just total genii. Well, one's come out. Timeless Earth. Alright, so basically time does not exist on the Earth. The Earth is so old. So it's 13.8 billion years old. It's so old. Is that right? 13? That's the universe. I think the Earth is 4.5. So yeah, it's so ancient that what is our perspective of time is so puny. It's so petty. It's like when people say to you, "Well, you're late." It's like, well, late for what? You know, I wasn't late for my own birth, and I won't be late for my own death. What's in between? What's in between? only perception, only what you perceive. So everybody's on a different timeline, and I think that the air signs really, trust has come up. All right, we'll take that. So, yeah, trusting people, that's a big one. All right, so let's just have a look at time reserve. Let's get some affirmations. It's always good to speak positive words, especially when you're doing a balance, energy balance. Speak positively. If you want to attract something to you, timeless earth. Let's have a look. Trust, that's come up. Let's have a look at that first. Trust. All right, trust. The lady features on this card. Seems troubled and a little unsure of things. The water represents rising emotions. Okay, so water, elemental air and elemental water are exactly the same energy, except water has volume has weight, and weight is affected by gravity. So the only thing that I need to do, I don't need to do another reading for the water, platonic solid of water. I don't need to do another reading. All I need to do is a balance on gravity, because that's the only thing that affects the difference between air and water. Otherwise it's the same elements. One has volume. All right, so you don't need, but it does help if you want to understand F equals ma, force equals mass times acceleration, which is one of the most basic equations which describes the physical universe. If something's moving and something else hits it, then the resulting trajectory and speed, direction, will be a result of those two forces combined. And that pretty much describes most actions in the universe. So that's F equals ma. So Colonel Rhodes of Iron Man would not know that. Okay, you learn that in junior school. 9 is special. So 9 is embodies the Fibonacci sequence, as does 6. 9 and 6 are special. They're special numbers. They have a vibration. And also, I think I'll chuck 3 in that equation as well. All right, 3 is the magic number. All right, so trust. I trust that all is occurring for my highest good. I trust in the universal energy of love. There's a dove there too. So the dove is about peace. I willingly surrender to the higher will of my soul. So if there's any expansion ideas out there, run with it. Don't say, oh no, my checkbook's not going to cover it. Open up the plethora of opportunity in your life and do not be afraid. There could be another path. There could be something else on the horizon. There could be something better. Vast vistas expand. You could be on a wandering path to something better. Enjoy that journey. Journey by moonlight. It could be a journey that is completely going to open your eyes, and you may meet other people on this journey, and this journey could empower you. All right, so this is for the Gemini, Libra and Aquarius, followers of astrology fashion. This is your energy. I am always safe. I am blessed. Okay, so these are things to say to yourself when you wake up in the morning. The white dove signifies the universal spirit which brings good news. Behind everything there is a single unifying force. Yeah, the element of air is a unifying force. The element of water is a unified force under gravity, under the laws of gravity. It's just one has volume, one has weight. That's it. It's the only difference.